Hello everyone, Dave Guerra here. Welcome back. It's time for Lessons in Leadership again. And today it's the 10 things on how to get people to take you seriously. Earlier this week, there was a conversation I was part of, and one of the questions was, how do you get people to take you seriously? And it's like, great question. And so let's give it a shot. Here we go. So, 1, ask yourself, why do you want to be taken seriously? It's human nature. We all want to be taken seriously, but seriously, look yourself in the mirror and seriously answer, why do you want to be taken seriously? And if the answer has anything to do with, well, because I have a diploma or a degree, well, guess what? It's the wrong answer. That is the wrong answer. Realize there is nothing you can do that's going to force anyone to take you seriously. See, forcing or demanding only serves to, well, reinforce why they should not be taking you seriously. So kind of think about that, get that answer, and understand how that answer really truly applies to you on how you want to be, why you want to be taken seriously. So the only way to do that, the only way you will be taken seriously is to, well, putting in the work. You're going to have to do some work, and that's non-negotiable. You got to do it. Know and understand that being taken seriously is going to also take some time no matter what. So you've got to put in the work. You've got to put in the time. That's non-negotiable. But putting in the work, putting in the time, it also means you have to be constantly consistent. It will be difficult, but you have to be consistent, constantly consistent. Keep doing what you're doing where you're doing it. So keep doing what you're doing, but you've got to constantly keep doing it. It's non-negotiable. Next, you also have to pay your dues. But you just got your diploma, you just got your degree, you just got your PhD. Wasn't that paying the dues enough? Yes, that was paying the dues. You're right. But there's no magic potion or magic spell or anything that can be cast. Well, here's so-and-so, and they just got their high school diploma. Afford them all accolades and tributes that go with that. You know, that's great for about that evening, but after that, you know, life moves on, and guess what? You haven't paid your dues. Yeah, sure, you worked all through school and you did everything you needed to do to get through school, but now you're done. Now it's a whole new thing that's happening in your life. Now you've got to pay your dues. So what does that mean? That means you have to know your role. Know your role. You have no choice. You also, guess what, have to stay in your lane. I know it's non-negotiable, but staying in your lane is part of paying your dues. So you don't venture out just yet. You still have to learn a couple of things here and there. Let's see what else. Well, like I said, put in the work. Learn more than your diploma or degree has given you. That's also non-negotiable. You have to know more. And how do you know more? Well, let me let you in on a little secret. Real world experience will trump any academic learning. Anything you learned in school, no, it's nothing compared to real world experience. So guess what you need to have? Just a little bit of real world experience. Otherwise, it just doesn't fit right. So with that real world experience, what does it mean? Well, it means that you have to keep learning. It means you've got to keep learning. You have to be humble and project the attitude that, well, it's going to be hard for you to hear this, but guess what? You do not know all there is to know. No, just because you got a degree, just because you got a diploma, just because you got a PhD, does not mean you know all there is to know in the world. Guess what? You got a long way to go. So what does that mean? That means you continue to read. You read more. You view more. You listen more. And with reading, viewing, and listening more, yes, guess what else comes with that? Keeping your mouth shut in order to listen more and understand more and view more and read more and comprehend more. And then you repeat that forever. You keep repeating that process. You be a lifelong learner. You have to be a lifelong learner. And speaking of being a lifelong learner, you also have to learn to ask why. You did it when you were a kid. Guess what? You can do it now when you're an adult. It's perfectly fine. Why? Because it forces the deeper dive into the conversations that you want to have with those people that you're trying to show, hey, I want to be taken seriously. Well, you know what? Ask why. It shows that you're eager to learn from them. It shows that you are eager, that you want more information. It increases your ability to be humble because it shows you do not know everything. And people like that. When they can impart knowledge and share with you, they like knowledge. But if you come in with the attitude that you know it all, guess what? It doesn't work. So what does that also mean? When you put that aside, when you start increasing your ability to be humble, guess what? You become authentic, you become genuine, and you be genuine, you be authentic. You do you. You be yourself. Don't fake it. Do not front. People will see right through you. They've already seen right through you before if you've already started trying to be one of those, well, I've got a degree. No one cares. It's what are you doing with it? What are you doing with that knowledge? What are you doing with that skill? What are you doing with that learning mindset that you've been given? Keep learning more. So again, don't front, don't fake. Do not go out there with the expectation of being taken seriously because you've achieved something, because you graduated from high school. Guess what? You have a graduate degree or a PhD. Guess what? I graduated high school. I've got my bachelor's degree. I've got my master's degree. But guess what? I don't know everything. I know nothing in the grand scheme of life in the world. I know maybe just a little speck of sand. There's still so much to learn. And guess what? The same applies to you. So know your audience. Know who you are wanting to take you seriously. Know that. You are more apt to be taken seriously by strangers. Yes, first time you meet somebody, they're going to take you seriously until you open your mouth and you prove them otherwise. Yeah, all it takes is for you to open your mouth and they realize, oh, no, this person knows nothing. See, once you are not taken seriously, yes, you can work to get back to that level, but guess what? You're never going to be at 100%. You'll be at about 99.998%, but you're never going to be 100% taken seriously because, again, you fronted. So don't front. Know when to put yourself out there. And folks, here's a hint. The right time to put yourself out there is right now. And how do you put yourself out there? What am I talking about? I'm talking about blogging. I'm talking about podcasting. I'm talking about video log or vlogging, conversations, speeches, presentations. Get out in front of people, and guess what else you can do? Write books, ebooks, paperbacks, hardbacks, whatever. Write. Get your word out there. Put yourself out there, because that is what causes conversations to begin. That's what starts conversations. You need to start conversations with the expectation of not being heard. What I'm saying is you want to create monologues. You want to keep creating monologues and keep the conversation going. See, when you write books, you blog, you podcast, you vlog like I'm doing here, yes, it's a monologue. It's one-sided, but guess what? It also opens up avenues for people to comment and say something and to start a conversation. Then you keep the conversation going. And guess what? They'll start taking you seriously because, again, you're not afraid to step up and get out there and put the word out. Put your word out, then you do that. And remember the following, and this is going to be hard to hear for some of you, but it is important that you hear it, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. No whining. Stop your whining. Stop your complaining. Stop your bitching and moaning, because that's not going to do it. Again, people are going to see, oh, this person demands it but can't deliver. Again, no whining, no complaining, no bitching, no moaning. You only have to prove yourself to yourself before anyone starts believing in you and starts taking you seriously. See, again, your diploma, your degree, it means nothing if you cannot bring substance. And what do? Well, you repeat everything that I just shared with you over and over and over again for the rest of your life, and you keep improving yourself. You start creating substance, you start building substance, you start giving something to people that they can converse with you and recognize, hey, this guy might be onto something. Hey, this gal might be onto something. Hey, this individual might just be onto something. And guess what? I want that individual to be you. So again, be a little humble and realize you had your 5-10 minutes of, oh, I have a degree, I have a diploma. Fine. Now, what are you going to do with it? Now, what are you going to do? How are you going to get people to take you seriously? And again, ask yourself, why do you want to be taken seriously? Answer that honestly, truthfully, and then be consistent. Be constantly consistent. Pay your dues, because you have to do it. I have to do it every single day. You have to do it every single day. That's just part of life. Keep learning. Keep learning. That's part of paying your dues. Keep learning. Learn to ask why. Go into the deeper conversations. Be authentic. Be genuine with yourself first and with others. No more fronting. No more faking. Those days are gone, because again, people will see right through you. Know your audience. Know who are you wanting to take you seriously. And again, put yourself out there. blog, podcast, vlog, conversation, speeches, write books, ebooks, whatever. Put yourself out there, and that creates a monologue. And creating that monologue, people are going to start reading it, going to start understanding who you are. And when they realize who you are and they know more about you, they'll start feeling good about you, and they'll start liking you, and they'll start taking you seriously. But if you give them nothing but attitude, guess what? Right out the door. And again, no whining, no complaining, no bitching and moaning. You have to prove to yourself first before anyone will believe in you. And trust me, that comes shining through. And again, don't forget your diploma degree. Well, congratulations. It was a lot of work to get you there, but again, it means nothing if you don't bring substance with it. And again, everyone, that's it. That's how you get people to take you seriously. It's that simple. It's a lot of stuff, but it's a lifelong process. And you, and only you, have to keep working at it. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe down below. Hit the like button, get the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, then hit that bell so you get notified when I post something new. And everyone, until next time, thank you for watching. I'm Dave Guerra. This has been Lessons in Leadership, the 10 things that how to get people to take you seriously. Until next time, take care of yourselves.